on Nova 100.
I think we have to get behind the Cats. Everyone in Melbourne this weekend.
Well, you're a Brisbane boy. I'm marrying a Brisbane boy, so he is a Lions
Fitzroy
fan.
connection.
We are heading to enemy territory this morning, guys. 2 Brownlows, maybe a premiership under his belt in a couple of weeks' time. Lachie, Neale from the Lions. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, guys. Thanks for having me on. I don't know about the introduction, enemy, but that's all right. Move on.
But how does it feel coming down to Melbourne for a final when you're a team from out of town? Do you feel like you have did I give as many Brisbane Lions fans tickets to the game?
Yeah. I don't think so. I don't think that's how it works, although when we played Carlton this year and in the prelim last year, there was a lot of Carlton fans got tickets to the Gabba, so I think that's on the AFL though, not the footy club, so have to have a word to them about that. But no, we love it. It's the home of footy, I suppose, the heartbeat of it, and it's exciting for us to get to the MCG and play in front of a massive crowd.
There's so many Brisbane fans here though.
Well, that's because of Fitzroy.
You got the Fitzroy fans.
They've got it emblazoned on the back of their jumper as well. Do you feel the connection?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we have a really strong support when we play in Melbourne, our Marvel games, and then at the MCG. You can certainly hear our fans when we're up and about. I think last time we played Geelong in the final, we didn't give them much to cheer about. So hopefully tomorrow night we can give them a little bit more, and they can get behind us. We've got a great support group there.
Are you already here? How far in advance do you get down to Melbourne before a game, and how quickly after do you leave?
This weekend I'm literally halfway through packing and going to the airport. We fly out at about 10:50 or something, I think. Yep. And then because if we win, we'll be coming back to Melbourne. We actually fly out Saturday night, so we'll get in pretty late.
Yeah, so because it's twilight game, is that to get you back to
that's
Brisbane?
Why they schedule
so then that
that's
way
great.
You can go straight into recovery and prepare for the granny.
Yeah, and most guys can't really go to sleep straight after a game anyway. You wouldn't fall asleep till pretty late, so just get back home and in your own bed. And I think we'll be home about 1 o'clock Saturday night, and most guys won't fall asleep till around then anyway, so it works out pretty well.
Yeah, that's great.
Hey, Lachie, as an intrepid football journalist myself, you got to ask some of the hard questions every now and then. How many questions have you copped this week about your heel?
Yeah, too many. It's funny, it's been reported that now that I've been dealing with it for a little while. It's funny now that you play finals, and I suppose in the last quarter it was a little bit sore last week, and I grabbed at it a couple of times, but no one's really picked up on it for a couple of months. But now that finals are here, it's all the talk. But when there's 18 teams, there's a lot more news, and now there's only 4 left.
Yeah, is it in the moon boot? How full on is it?
No, I'm out of the moon boot pretty early in the weeks, but I've done that probably 5 or 6 times after games when it pulls up and flares up a bit sore, so that's not unusual.
Just jab it up. You'll be right.
Hey,
it's not 1980, mate.
Hey, Lachie, that game against the Giants last week was amazing. Like a comeback like that. How are the guys feeling going into this next game? Because I feel like, for me, that looked like you'd played your grand final. The way you guys came back in that last quarter was amazing.
It was incredible.
Yeah, it was a pretty special final to be a part of, and we had a similar experience a couple of years ago when we beat Melbourne. We came from maybe 4 or 5 goals back. It wasn't as extreme as the weekend, but we probably learned a fair bit from that, and we came out the next week against Geelong, funnily enough, and got absolutely smashed by them the next week. So we moved on from it really quickly. We wanted to enjoy and soak up the moment, but on the Sunday, Fags was sort of into us about moving on and preparing for Geelong, having learned that lesson a couple of years ago. So we want to make sure that we don't repeat that and get blown out of the park tomorrow night.
I know you say you want to move on from like club matches, but surely heading into a grand final, if you get there, you'd cast your mind back to last year. I didn't want to bring it up against the Pies, but would there be this element of drive?
Fire in the belly.
Yeah, like almost...
redemption.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. You always... Like, for me, I've never won a premiership, so that's... I've been playing this is my 13th season, I think. So I've never won one, and that's something that drives me every day and all pre-season and every session during the year. I sort of think about that as well, and something that I haven't ticked off in my career that I'm desperate to do. So that's probably the main motivator. And if I get the opportunity to go out there next weekend on grand final day, certainly don't want to waste it. And that's what the beauty of this weekend is. We get a chance to play in that last game.
Hey, do you have to come back to Melbourne for the Brownlow medal, or do you do one of those
do a Zoom
cute dinners where there's like
that looks
players
awkward as
reluctantly sitting somewhere in Brisbane?
We did it last year. You won the Brownlow sitting in that very lonely-looking room.
Yeah, it was quite nice. We had we got to invite a few more players than usually. There's only like 5 or 6 that get invited, but if you make the grand final and you're an interstate team, you can have a few more close mates and teammates and stuff in the room and club staff and whatnot. So it is nice. It does go a bit late though when you're knackered. So when you're not drinking beers or on any wine.
Yeah.
I'll give you a hot
Forget
tip,
about
mate.
the boys. What about the girls who are working madly on their dresses and then they don't get to go?
I'll give you a hot tip.
Beautiful
Like
wine.
even on the beers, it's a long night, mate.
Hey,
yeah, well, no, the girls love it if it's here. They get it's like being in Melbourne for the girls. They can sort of get ready at home and then just roll in. So
and they can have champagnes even if you guys can't have a good time.
Do the girls just get they get dressed up as much for being in the room?
Well, they've got their dresses just in case.
No, they still get to.
I'd be doing a slipper
what
job.
They usually would. But yeah, Jules won't be. She's pregnant, so my wife won't be.
I
won't be
know.
drinking.
Congrats! So you're due in December.
Speaking of which, I got a friend of mine, Abby, that does breakfast radio in Brisbane. She's a Mad Lions fan. I think she's like #1 ticket holder up there. I said, Lachie's coming on. What do I need to ask him? She put, hit him up about the moon boot. He's from South Australia, co-captain, and got a hot wife.
Oh, that'll do. Summary accepted.
Yeah, all true. So I'm very lucky. Little baby boy coming. He's due December 27, but hopefully he comes a little bit earlier.
Well,
than
that's
that.
so exciting,
Just
and how
quickly,
good it's in the off season.
Well, that's what I was about to say. When you found out you were pregnant, you quickly do the maths in your head, going, "Hang on, is this gonna?"
Yeah, I know. It was right around Christmas, which
I reckon you know when to get the job done, though, don't you?
Well, that's a brave time.
Oh no, you guys aren't planning it, are you? Get the calendar out and make sure you don't have a baby in
You wouldn't
September.
want one in September.
Lachie?
Well, we actually did IVF for this one, so it was a bit of a long process. We've been trying for a while, so we were just happy that Jules finally got pregnant.
Oh, that's great news. Congratulations, Lachie. And good luck this
Just
weekend.
before you go, I'm intrigued by Chris Fagan. I love the man.
Me too.
He's an ex-school teacher from Tassie. What's he like on Mad Monday?
He doesn't come. I've never seen him there.
Really?
He's probably tucked up in bed. He's walking. He loves walking.
Does he? Is this the coach?
Yeah.
He does like 10 to 15 Ks a day walking. with his stage.
Like John Howard.
He's got a John
in his
Howard
tracksuit.
about him,
In
I
his
was about to
Lions
say.
tracksuit.
It's
Always
like the whole
walking.
boss thing. You don't want to see the employees at that level.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
You can't unsee that.
No, you can't. You can't.
Well, Lachie, good luck this weekend.
Thank you. Yeah,
she doesn't
can't
mean
wait.
it, mate. She's been saying all week.
No,
I'm on
I
the
do.
Cats.
You know what? I'm on the Lions.
Yeah, jump on.
Go the Roy boys.
We need you guys on board.
Good luck.
Hey,
Thank you very much.
good on you, mate.
Thanks for
Lachie
joining
Neale
us, Lachie.
from the Lions joining us on the air. There was a huge Brisbane fan base here in Melbourne, and they'll be coming out
The
in.
Fitzroy fans.
2-time Brownlow medalist. Let's hope he gets a premiership. He
Yeah.
deserves it.
He
Absolutely.
does.
Jason Lauren.
Wake up feeling good.
On Nova 100.
Jason Lauren.
Follow them on socials.